What do you say, Ralphie? You ready to paint a car? I take that as a yes. Sideways yes. Let's go paint a car. Here's what we got going. The doors are already done. There's a little bit of dust on top, but they turned out really nice. And here's the MG. It's a 68. We've got the first coat of base on, and I went through and sanded everything, did a couple of repairs. So now I pulled it out, washed it off with soapy water last week, and just pulled it back in, lifted it up on blocks. So I just have to clean it off and we'll start spraying. If the base lays good, we should be able to put the clear down today too, so it'll be ready to cut and buff in a couple days. Alright, hopefully you guys can hear me alright. Just figured I'd show how to mix our paint up here. Usually every paint kit will probably come with a few of these mixing cups. My kit only came with like 5 of these filters though, which are very important. You always want to filter everything that's going into your paint gun. That way the tip won't get clogged or anything. So it's not as crucial that this is like completely dust free, but just wipe it down real good with the rag. So this cup has different measurements on it. So my particular paint is 4:1. So I'm gonna, since I'm doing a full container of it, I'm gonna go up to 5 parts in this 4:1 segment, 5 parts paint, and then the next one over is going to be your reducer. So you're gonna fill this much with paint and then this much with reducer. So hopefully you guys can see it as I'm filling it here. Up to 5. If it's a little bit off, it's not a huge deal. And then our reducer, I went with the medium reducer. This is eBay's restoration shop. It's made by TCP Global is the company, and so far, like for the price, I've read that it's a really good product. Can't hardly beat it. It's, I think it was $300 or maybe $350 for a gallon of paint, gallon of clear, gallon of reducer, and the hardener for the clear coat. So I can't speak for, you know, how long it's gonna last, because this is my second time using Restoration Shop, but I didn't have the last car very long that I painted. I ended up selling it, so. But from what I've read, it seems like it's a really good product for the price. So you noticed I filled up with the clear, or the reducer to the next 5 mark in this 4:1 segment. So I didn't mention this before, but I had this question, so I figured it'd be helpful. So we're using 4:1 to 1. With our paint, you don't necessarily need to use hardener. Most people do not use hardener. The reason why there's 4:1 to 1 is if you're mixing clear you would mix your clear, reducer, and hardener. But being as we're just mixing the paint, we're gonna go 4 parts paint and then go to the next 4-to-1, which would be this 5, for our reducer, and then we would just disregard this third column. So third column is only used if you're using a activator or a hardener. Alright, so
make sure that this is mixed up really well. Got our filter here. Just pour it in until you got how much you want in your cup. I don't like to have it too full, but totally up to you. Just keep that covered.
So one thing that's really important, this is an Eastwood gun. Really good gun. I actually got a dud though, right out of the box. Forget the model on this, but I'll put it in the links in the description. It was like $150 for this gun. Really high quality. The one that I got, this piece actually broke, but they sent me a brand new one, so no problem. It's understandable. But when I first laid the base on the doors, I went to screw this top on, and it wasn't quite even on both sides, and I actually had a drip of paint on my door, which made me have to wait for it to dry and start over. So make sure that the lid is on even, and that way you don't get anything spilling out of that.
Alright, I think I got that set up the way I want it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to wipe it down with a Tack cloth. Gold Superior Tack cloth. They come in little packages like this. And this is just going to make sure that we get every little piece of dust off of our whatever we're spraying. And it's actually kind of tacky, so hence the name.
So my first layer of, well, second layer of base is on, and it looks delightful. No orange peel. It's really good. The only problem I had was, let's see, this back. Oh, it's not that bad. I had some junk that flew up off of the plastic that got into the paint, so I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry, scuff it, not scuff it, but just kind of Scotch-Brite it to get that junk off, and then do another coat of base, and then these little scratches will get filled in as well, but no runs, so that's a definite plus. This spot right here was terrible. This whole thing was just cracked up like the paint from where they had painted it so many times. So it's not perfect, but it's a million times better than it was. So for doing it in my garage, I think it looks pretty dang good. So stay tuned and we will get it scuffed after a couple hours and get our next layer of base and clear down. Next morning after shooting the MG, got a few. I walked in here about 20 minutes after I shot it and I got a couple hairs just laying on top. I'm gonna have to cut and buff it anyways, but overall it's like, it's really shiny. So super pleased with it. Man, this one turned out so good. It looks so good. They say you're supposed to wait 24 hours, so I will probably do that. Anyways, just wanted to give you an update. So this was the gun that we used on the MG, and as you can tell, it did a really nice job. If you don't want to spend like a ton of money on a gun, I would highly recommend this one. But it's an Eastwood, item number 14771. Comes with a 3-year warranty. I think it was like about $150. So you could go the cheap route, but you can expect to have not quite as good of results. So I felt like this was a good medium. I'll put that in the description with the link. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video, and I just wanted to give you an update. So we mentioned that we're going to do a giveaway at the end of the month. So for 1 subscriber at the end of the month, we're going to give away this cool vintage Honda riding cap and some Wasatch Moto stickers. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet to our Wasatch Moto YouTube channel, and every month we'll give away something different. So thanks again for watching, and hope you have a great day.